I'm having a lot of conversations with clients right now, and like during these really, really uncomfortable times, right, where things are just flat out not going to be super easy for a lot of people, and there's no tiptoeing around that. And one of the things I heard both on my group call last night and in on my group call today, I have two different groups, is people sort of saying, well, getting out there and doing videos are going to be hard for me, right? Or I'm not someone who's going to do video, right? And literally I was like, this is not the fucking time to hold on to old ways of being, of what you would or would not do in order to be able to keep the lights on, keep your business rolling, keep your business growing. Like, this is the time where you got to pull out all the stops. Literally, like, flush down the toilet the things that you think you wouldn't do in order to get things out into the world. This is a time where, like, literally let go of all of that. I literally said to my clients on the group calls in front of everybody, and it's all done with love, and the groups are really loving and supportive, so I can do this, but I was like, no fucking way. And what was amazing is this one woman, she runs a jewelry company. I've known her since we were in high school, and her jewelry company, it's like things are grinding to a halt. Orders have been delayed. She can't get product. It is rough. It is real. We had a real conversation around that for her. And by the end of it, and there was kind of this moment where I was, really started going, hey, come on, we got to get creative here. And she was in all sorts of resistance, right? About an hour later, when the call was ending, she raised her hand and she said, I have an idea. And so she unmuted and she started telling the story. And she was like, well, by the end of this call, like, I just had this idea of, like, I've got all of these, and she had this idea of what she can do with these one-of-a-kind stones that she has. And in that, and like, you could feel the energy lift, right? And she was like, and we mapped out a strategy for exactly what she was going to do. And like, her energy was so different by the end of the call, right? This group call. And you could feel everybody on the group call was literally like celebrating her, because she had gone from a place of like, no, I don't want to do that, to like tapping into her creative imagination during this really, really difficult time, right? And, it would have been a disservice for me to not like challenge her into going into the uncomfortable during a really uncomfortable time. Like, whatever you felt you couldn't do or wouldn't do or didn't want to do, like, fucking do it, okay? Like, this isn't a time to sit on the sidelines. And I was so proud of her, and you could feel the electric energy of the group last night, who were like, they saw her evolve. She evolved past old ways of being, feeling, doing, what old narratives about who she thought she was, to go, I could probably do that. And I was like, yeah, right? Because let's be real, there are going to be a lot of people who don't make it through this time period in terms of their businesses. There are going to be businesses that shut down. Okay, I'm not going to tiptoe around this. And there are going to be businesses that grow, right? So people talk about more millionaires are made during bear markets, right? When things are falling and dropping, because some people will rise, some people will find opportunity, some people won't crumble. And so these are uncomfortable times, and you may have to take uncomfortable actions during these time periods, okay? And that, use every tool at your disposal right now. Use every opportunity you've got. Use every mechanism. I'm going to take an incredibly bold stand that whatever you thought was your max level of effort before, double it, okay? Take more effort. Like, I'm successful in my business, and I am doubling my efforts now, right? Like, if you've not really been, as my girlfriend Caitlin says, shining online, now is the time. Why? Because everybody's at home online, right? So even if you've been, James, my man, good to see you. Love seeing you. James is somebody, he takes ridiculously bold action, right? So this is that time period where, like, we cannot be sitting on the sidelines. You cannot be holding on to your old comforts of what you thought was the way to move through the world, okay? Like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Or like in my business, like a lot of people don't like prospecting, right? It's like the word that most entrepreneurs are absolutely allergic to. They're like, I don't like to prospect. I'm not, oh gosh, that's just uncomfortable territory. I tell you right now, y'all better be prospecting every day. Every day. This is a time period where what you do today is literally going to be shaping your next 2 to 3 weeks, then your next 2 to 3 months, then your next 2 to 3 years. What you do today, not tomorrow, not the next day. So please be someone like, one of my clients today asked me, well, isn't there space to be able to say things are difficult? Absolutely, right? There's a great book by Kristen Neff called Self-Compassion. And it's a book where we just get to acknowledge how difficult things are and they feel, okay? So I said to her, absolutely. And she's like, well, how long? And I was like, well, how long do you need, right? I mean, like, and she was like, well, where can I let that out? I was like, well, you've got one-on-one Voxer access with me. You get to hit that every single day. Brooke, I love you, Brooke. And that was such an amazing moment, Brooke, wasn't it? So proud of you. So proud of you. So anyway, I said to her, this woman today on my group call that, take a day. Like if your brain is just overwhelmed, like sure, but don't make that day 2 days, then a week, then a month, then a year. Like the actions in normal business environments, the actions you do today shape the next 3 months. In the current business environments, that's going to be true more than ever. Right? So like I heard about a brewery recently that has shifted towards making hand sanitizer at night, right? Like they're getting creative because they have to think about how are they going to utilize their facilities. And that's not my typical customer. My typical customers are mission-driven coaches, consultants, service providers, experts, and leaders, right? Which all of y'all, the world needs you more than ever. Absolutely ever. For all of my tribe, like, get out, get louder. When I say get out, I mean get out online, right? I'm even walking around a park, but there is nobody here. Well, there's some people over there, but we've got some good social distancing going on. But this is a time, my tribe, the world needs you more than they've ever needed you before. And shine, step up, get your voice out into the world. And yeah, this is not a moment to contract. And it may mean that you have to do the uncomfortable during uncomfortable times. And tomorrow I'm going to do a Facebook Live and I'm going to reveal a story that I haven't really told publicly. I'm going to reveal it for the first time. And it was my own mini coronavirus moment. And I'm going to share that tomorrow on a Facebook Live. I'm going to end this post with a moment of gratitude. Just being out here, sunshine, the clean air, and gratitude is going to be a core part of the expansion. I was on a call yesterday with Alex Moscow, and he talked about that part of expansion is going to be tapping into tremendous, endless, unbelievable gratitude. So find it in yourself and take bolder action than you've ever had and be grateful for all the channels and the avenues that you have available to do so. All right, my man. And James, thank you so much for that. I love that. Y'all, I feel blessed. Talk about gratitude. I feel blessed to be around people like James Jacoby and other people in my community who just know that, like, this is a time to rise, not crumble, okay? And I know it feels hard, and there will be a lot of people that will be under a lot of pressure, but we need to be beacons of light, beacons of hope, beacons of gratitude, beacons of potential, right? At a moment when people are going to be moving into tremendous, tremendous, tremendous fear, worry, anxiety, nervousness, hesitation, right? Which these are all emotions of contraction. And I just challenge you more than you've ever been before to be that ray of hope in amidst the darkness. Okay? I love you. I love you all so much. It brings tears to my eyes just to think about what I know is going on for a lot of people. And, you know, if there's ways that I can support you, you just let me know. Sending lots of love to you and your family. Take care. Be bold. Be courageous. And we will get through. Everybody will get through on the other side. Okay. Lots of love. Take care.